What's up, YouTube? It's been a while since I've made a video. Not much has been happening other than me losing money um, for the month of, or for the year of 2025 thus far. Pretty much everything that I'm going to be talking about today is just three main takeaways that I've learned through all these wealth of losses that I've accumulated for the past, since the 23rd of January. So pretty much the last time I made a video, not much has changed. um, which is unfortunate to say, but I mean, I feel like this isn't a unique experience to anyone that's involved in the journey of trading. But yeah, anyways, let's get to the point of the video. So I'm gonna pull up my TradeZella for this month. These are my statistics. We're down 7% on the month, unfortunately. I think 10.6% for the year, but we're not here to talk about the year. We're here to talk about the month. So I'm just going to show the month. Um, yeah, these are my statistics. These are my trades, and let's take a look. Hold on. So, pretty much my main takeaways from this month essentially are my biggest problem is by far overtrading. Like, let's go back to take a look at my TradeZella. So, it says here I have 35 executions, but I think I've noticed what the thing with TradeZella, I'm not 100% sure, but I think when you buy and then when you sell, it counts as two trades. When in reality, I only count a trade as when I buy, and then when my sells, I don't really count that. I mean, literally it's a trade, but in terms of me as a metric of trying to figure out whether or not I'm over trading, I would say I'm just concerned about what I'm buying and not what I'm selling. So I wouldn't say this is completely accurate, but I wouldn't say that this isn't too wrong in the sense that I definitely overtraded this month, like definitely. And it's unfortunate to say that because if we take a look at SPA or QQQ, this is what the market has been doing while I was too busy trying to trade all this. Now, the issue with this chop right here and then eventual breakdown is the market was throwing me opportunities, and in my eyes, in terms of setups, and I was taking them, and it was just giving me bait. And some of them wouldn't, well, not some, obviously, most of them wouldn't work. Yet, I was still trading. And I think I was caught up in this mindset where I was still hung up on the crazy 2024 year where if you were buying at the right times, everything would just go up. And some, would follow through more than others, naturally. So I think I felt like I was taking that market cycle, or that mindset that I had during that market cycle into this market cycle with the new president and all that, and thinking, well, all I need to do is just keep following my parameters, buy my setups, and eventually the winners will come. Which is naturally what you should do when the market is hot and it is trending, like during this period, or this period, or this period, or this period. But I was doing that during this period, and it was not paying. And it took I think an excessive amount of losses, even though I'm not really down too much. And some people may look at, being down 10% on the year and think like, that's not recoverable, but it definitely is in a hot market for sure. Key phrase though, hot market, which is hard to come by, especially now it seems like with the new president and the new year and everything like that. And, QQQ being up 70% in the past 2 years. um, so yeah, my real takeaways from this month is honestly that I just overtraded, and I should have learned my lesson, after five losses in a row. And if I didn't learn my lesson after five, I should have learned it after 10. So, it sucks, but there's nothing much I can really do about it. And I really actually went through all of my losses, and I've just recently, so like with, okay, we're just gonna go into this trade for example. Um, Root, for example. You can kind of highlight certain things about this trade, and a common theme I noticed, because you could tell trades I to tell you, hey, what common little bubbles, what themes are showing up, within these bubbles, and what's making me the most money when I highlight certain bubbles, and what's losing me the most money. And a common trend that I found is nearly every single loss I've taken, I've highlighted with not ideal market conditions. So I feel like after five losses in a row, I probably should have um, taken a hint, like now is not the time to even be taking a little stab. And, I felt like since with my limited, 2.5, 3 years of experience in the market, I felt like that just was so counterintuitive to, be like doing more, doing less is more, is what I figured out. And that was just a weird thing to sit with, because a normal job, a normal profession, the more you do, the more typically you get rewarded, assuming you go above and beyond. In this profession, though, your your money's always at risk. Nothing's guaranteed. So the less you do, the less you're risking, the less you're potentially losing, and vice versa. The less you're potentially making. But I think I've done enough studying and research to really figure out that I know when it's typically a good time to trade. Well, I mean, I guess clearly not because I was still trading during this time. But I feel like looking back, and of course hindsight is 2020, I definitely know now if I didn't know then when it's typically a good time to trade. And it was just a tricky market because, like I said, the market was throwing me setups and essentially throwing me bait, and I was taking it, and I was getting punished for it. And, I went through my rules and I really redefined, which just brings me to my second point, what a five-star setup means to me. Because I know that, sorry, that term is thrown around pretty heavily within the trading space. And I went back and studied my winners to really figure out, you know, what does that mean? And I've really redefined it, and I've altered my scans to, pretty much only show me what five-star setups mean to me. And pretty much it's just to give a quick summary. When all moving averages are aligned, one is above the other. And I think I never really went through and did this because I didn't want my scans to miss that one setup that, goes 50% in 2 days or 100% in a week or 200% in 2 weeks. And I think I can pretty much trim down all this losing to just two simple factors: that I was overtrading and that FOMO to a certain point was taking over. I had a fear of just missing that one setup that was going to make me my money back. So I kept trading until I realized that setup was not coming. And if it was coming and I didn't catch it, that's okay, because what if it didn't work out? And I think that's a positive thing about myself, that I go into everything thinking, oh, it's going to work, it's going to work, it's going to work. But with trading, you can't really do that. You got to go into everything thinking what happens if it doesn't work, because money is at risk. So, yeah, pretty much that's everything. Jesus, sorry. that's everything I really took from this month. Uh, I'm really risk off till further notice. I honestly, ideally, I would love for more pullback. I'll still be looking at the charts. I won't really be running through my scans other than this scan right here, trying to see, what's holding up, what's not holding up. We're in drawdown, biggest drawdown that I've ever been in since I've made a little bit of money, which is unfortunate, but I mean, that's the lay of the land. That's the way the game works. I'll charge it to the game. There's not much I can do about it now, other than to just reflect on it, learn from my losses, and just keep pushing. So pretty much that's everything I have to say for this month. Uh, yeah, there's not much else I really have to say. Once again, these are my stats for this month. A lot of trades for no good reason. But yeah, I think I needed this. I needed this to bring me back down to recenter myself and really recalibrate and figure out, when's a good opportunity to really put risk on the table. And I feel like that comes with experience, and I just need to be patient. That comes with years and years and years of experience. I feel like you have to go through multiple market cycles to truly understand when a certain edge works and when it doesn't. So I was pretty hung up on the losses, but looking back, there's not much I can do about it other than learn. So yeah, I'll keep pushing. Um, we'll see if I end up even making a trade recap for the month of March. Obviously, I'm only making recaps when I'm trading. I'll probably incorporate some IRL videos just to keep the content flowing within my YouTube channel, assuming I'm not trading. But if I'm trading, I guess we'll see you at the next monthly recap. So that pretty much sums up the video for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.